Hey everybody, and welcome to week 9 of class. Congratulations, you are now about halfway through this course, got through the midterm exam, and just for FYI, the final exam is going to be identical to the midterm exam in the sense that there will be 80 multiple choice questions with 95 minutes or so to complete the exam. The organization and structure of the final exam is slightly different, but you won't have to worry about that for a month or two. So, but just realize that that's kind of what the final exam will be like. Now, I say that and talk about the final exam because once you get to the final exam, I am not going to be going back and testing you on material that you were just tested on, and so pretty much the final exam will focus on content starting from this week, week 9 forward. Okay, so this week we're going to be getting into the period of history that historians refer to as Manifest Destiny and the Jacksonian era, named after the 7th president of the United States, Andrew Jackson. Now, I once again want to apologize. I do not have voice narration on this week's lecture. I'm working on getting closed captioning done on all my video lectures, but that is a bit time consuming because as I go through closed captioning, I also am making changes to the lectures themselves. So I apologize for those of you who enjoy those voice narrations. There will be other lectures in this course that will have those voice narrations, but for ones that I find that don't have the closed captioning, I am desirous to get that on there. And so that's why this week you don't have that. But you do have a PowerPoint. It does have various links in it. So make sure that you read through that PowerPoint. It's basically going to cover some of the basic nuts and bolts of the presidency of Andrew Jackson. It will focus on 3 main topics, and that's the Indian Removal Act of 1830, the nullification crisis, which there's a video in there for you to watch on that. And that's a really interesting episode in our history, at least I find it to be. And then briefly we'll look at Andrew Jackson's war on the bank and his war with Nicholas Biddle. And then we'll make a couple of comments about slavery during this period as well. And then there's also going to be a film on Manifest Destiny. This is the term given in the 1840s by John O'Sullivan that signifies or signified to many Americans, albeit not all. There were a number who did not support Manifest Destiny in some of the wars that erupted as a result, such as the Mexican-American War. You would have people like Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Corwin, who was a senator, Henry Clay, Speaker of the House, who opposed the Mexican-American War and the annexation of Texas and what have you. But Manifest Destiny is this idea that the United States had sort of this God-given destiny to spread over the continent from sea to shining sea, as it were. And of course, the United States will in fact do that, and they will acquire land through purchasing, they will acquire land through treaties, and as we will find, they will also go to war from time to time to take land and obtain land as well in order to satisfy this manifest destiny. So these are the larger topics we're going to be looking at this week. Now, one thing that is slightly different than other weeks in the past is that for this particular week, I'm only going to have you post one response to the discussion board, and that's going to be due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Part of the reason for that is that I'm going to be out of town starting Thursday, March 15th. Now, I will have access to internet, and I will be doing my best to respond to emails as much as I can, but I will be not available as frequently as I normally am. So just be aware of that. But I will respond to emails as they come in when I check them, which will probably only be once a day in the morning. So just be aware of that. But only one response this week for the discussion board. So just want to make sure that you're aware. But other than that, that's pretty much where we're at for this week. So as always, if you have any questions, contact me and I will get back to you. Otherwise, go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Have a blessed week, guys.